Roger, I bought a couple of Rockler Signwriting kits in the Black Friday sales, and I'm going to try to alter them so that the router plate that comes with it works with my DeWalt router. I don't think it's going to be easy. It's going to test my ability, and I'm glad I've got my new drill press. But let's see if we can make these router plates. These Signwriting kits are designed for the Triton routers, so I'm going to see if I can make it fit my DeWalt. If so, it'll be a tried and tested process for people with other routers to follow as well. Let's give it a go, see if I can make this work. So these are the Rockler Signwriting kits. They do three sizes of these. This is the 3 and 3/8. This is the 1.5, and I think they do a 2 and 5/8 or something like that, one that sits in the middle. Now these are normally about £90 each, but on Yandle's Black Friday sales, this one I think was about £18. This one was about £28. So literally this one was about a third of the price, this one was about a quarter of the price. So it was too good to say no to. You've also got to buy the router bits that go with it. Now this is the one that goes with the small kit. I haven't, and this was on sale, reduced from about 20 or 30 quid down to £4.99, so I grabbed that as well. But I don't want to be spending the 30 quid for this one until I've organised this one, and I'm going to try and see whether or not I can get another one on deal as well. Perhaps try and get the middle kit as well. It gives us a little bit of variability on the font, not on the font, because this is the State Park font kit. If we open it up, you can see what we've got inside. We've got the router base, and as I say, this one doesn't fit my my router. These are quite big letters, as you can see, so that would be part of an A, that would be an S, and they just literally clip together, and you've got kerning spaces to space your work. So they're quite big letters. That would do for big signs. It comes with bolts to securing the router base to your router. A little few instructions there on how to set it out. It's got this foot comes apart and it goes onto the router base, and this is what your router bit follows. This literally goes within the lettering, so that you don't make any mistakes, and it's super neat. But that's not the kit I'm going to be looking at today. Today I'm going to be looking at this smaller kit, which I've just had a look at. It's got the base plate same as the other one, doesn't fit either. Screws for the base plate, much smaller letters this one, instructions, and this is what this sits on. So this sits in there, so from the other side you see it sits in there and follows this exactly, and that's how you make it nice even letters. Problem I've got, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to order more than one, I'm going to be cutting apart one of these base plates. Doesn't fit. The holes just don't marry up. So I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to drill it for the holes that I've got on mine. I've already marked out on my base plate where the screws are going to be coming out from. I'm going to take those out now, put this on top of here, and start drilling some holes. See if I can make this fit this base plate. Oops, there goes my drill. and if I ruin it, I ruin it. It's not the end of the world, because I've got a second one. Okay, let's get these screws out. Always get yourself something like this, which is a magnetic screw tray, but I don't want to be losing your screws. Get the plate off. We're going to get this plate, we're going to stick this over the top. We're going to try and make as many of these holes marry up as we can before we start drilling. Oh no, this has got to be bang in the centre, hasn't it? We've got the DeWalt insert plate, which might help here. I'll speed this section here up for you, because I spent quite some time deliberating how I was actually going to be centering this piece. First things first, we've got to keep this centralised. That's the main thing. So okay, so we know we've got to centre it around those lines. because we must keep the insert smack bang in the middle, because this has to go in there. We've got one hole. Right, I think there are 6 holes. My only concern is this one, because it's already in that hole there, so I think we're going to have to do with 5. Okay, no matter which way we orient this, we've always got one of the holes already in one of the pre-drilled holes, so we can't make it 6 fixings, you can only make it 5. Okay, we're going to use a metal drill bit for this. The closest I've got is a size 6. It's a pretty good fit. It's size 6 or 15/64 if you're in America. So that should do it. This is the moment of truth. Okay, we've got some sacrificial timber underneath it. We think we've got the right position. Let's go. Annoyingly, it's gone through on an angle because it's coming hit at the angle, hit the side there. See if we can push this through. No, it's moving with it. This is the danger of faffing around with a template. You can mess it up. First drill, already going wrong. Let's see. Let's continue. Got another 4 to go yet. Can't be worrying about one of them too much, can we? Not putting too much pressure on it. I know we've got a backing ball, but I don't want to bust out the other side. Pretty neat, isn't it? That one's straight as a die, busted out the back a little bit, but we can survive with that. Almost feels like Baker-like. I'm getting my daily dose of asbestos right now. Very gently. Try not to break the back out. Very gently. So glad I got this drill press recently. Would not have wanted to do this without drill press. This amount of accuracy. Another one. Busted out the back a little bit less, but it doesn't bother me too much, as I say. Last one. That didn't sound good. That sounded like it was hollow behind it as well. Yeah, okay. That's okay. Nibble that. Okay, so these are my holes. Now we need to hole punch them a little bit, don't we? Hole punch them so these screws, albeit longer ones, can get in there. Okay, I've got my smallest diameter countersink bit in here, and I've got to be careful because a few of these are really thin. No, that's the one that was in the plastic. That's not going to work. It's gone. We got 3, maybe 4 No, four, maybe 5 fixings. This is not looking good. Let's give it a go. This is proving to be a bigger pain than I first imagined. Right, we've got the base. We had 5 fixings in my old base for my, this is the DeWalt base for the DeWalt router. This is the base for the Rockler kit. As you can see, the Rockler kit is a lot thicker than the DeWalt base. So, we take the brass, I don't know what you'd call it, the brass thingamy bob, we put it in there, we put the nut on the back and we screw it down tight. All that does is it just leaves that little bit sticking up in the air there, which is what the pieces run on. They just come down there and it runs in that gap there. Problem I now have is, I've drilled these, we had 5 fixings, this only has 3 fixings. I can get 3 screws in, which is fine, and it's quite stable, but I would really like 5, so I'm contemplating getting like the UK equivalent of like a Bondo, and for example where those holes are there that are broken out and are too wide, you know, filling that up and then drilling, smoothing it off and drilling through so I can get 5 holes. The problem I've got is I'm still not 100% certain that the centre of that lines up exactly with the centre of my router. Now, I have the bit that goes with the kit. This is the Rockler router bit, but it's a 1/4 inch router. My router is a 1/2 inch router, and I've only ever used 1/2 inch router bits in it. I've only recently got the Ryobi 1/4 inch router bit. Now I assumed that these collets were like on a drill that adjust and can go from 0 all the way up to a 1/2 inch, but they don't. They wobble around in there. You know, you get that router bit just wobbles around in there and it doesn't stay. So I can't finish this today. I've ordered online a collet reducer kit from 1/2 inch 12.7mm to 1/4 inch 6.35mm, and that should be arriving within the next few days. Maybe it's Saturday today. Going to be arriving in the next few days, so I'm going to have to come back to this in a few days, and once I've got that collet reducer I can put this router bit in, and then I can line this up and I can see if it matches, because even if it's a few mil out, this is like 1/2 millimetre to spare. So that circle I drew around there I think was pretty accurate, but even if it's a mil out, this won't work, and I'll have to either start again, Bondo the middle perhaps, do something, I don't know. But this is a drama. If they sold, knowing what I know now, if they sold a universal adapter that fitted all routers, and if they do that, I don't know about it, so please leave a comment down below, let me know, because even before I've got to the point where I've got to Bondo these holes and then see if this works, I'm already thinking this is too much like hard work. But we'll see if we can make it work. If we can make it work, maybe it was worth it. But we'll come back to you in a few days. Okay, it's a couple of days later and I've got the collet reduction sleeve, taking it from 12.7mm down to 6.35. So this is the time we're going to see whether or not what I've done has worked, or whether I've just cocked that whole base plate up. Tighten that up, just pinch tight it at the moment, because this is the moment of truth. Now what I've done here, I've drawn a line across here to signify that line across the bottom, because I was turning it around like this for about 5 minutes to work out which way it went before. Let's put just a couple of screws in to start with. I don't know, it doesn't look like it's lining up. It does not look like it's lining up. word! Oh my word! Watch! Look! I can't believe it, I've lined it up correctly. There's like a 1 in 100 chance of that happening. Wow! I'm so happy. Does it go? Oh. Hold on a minute, hold on. Is that getting stuck? No! It's not lining up properly. Oh, it does there, it sticks through there. Oh, but it gets caught. Oh, that's no good. That's millimetres out. Millimetre. Bit of a millimetre, that's all. Damn. Can you see that? Comes through there, but then the shoulder gets stuck. You have to give it a little push. I was so excited. Got a second in. Okay, I've got to move it this way a little bit. Take this one out. Put one in here. Just put some more screws in, pinch tight. My scale now. Line it up with a bit in, and then tighten the screws up. See if that works. Right, we've got a bit of play on there. That might just be enough. Now that's in tight. If you are doing this adaptation, be prepared to spend a little bit of time here. I probably spent 10 to 15 minutes doing numerous micro adjustments trying to make this base fit at this point. Oh, that's a bad sign. It's so tight, you don't want to come up. Oh boy. Got to move over that way, so I've got to take a little bit off that side. I needed to do a little bit of filing of the base plate here, so I found it helpful to make pencil marks on the sides that I needed to file away. It saved me from making a mistake and filing the wrong side. I think I may have got success here. It's catching a little bit, but it comes up of its own accord, and it's pretty stable on the base. There's a couple of mil movement, but I think this guide bushing will keep it within the template. So I'm going to give this a go. Wish me luck. Well, that took some time to do. There was a lot of faffing around, a lot of small filing, offering it back up to the router, taking it off, filing, offering it back up, adjusting screws. Probably took me about, I don't know, about an hour and a half in total to do that. So you have to decide whether it's worth your time. If you've got a router that isn't a Triton and you want to use the Rockler State Park kits, you know, the question is, do you spend an hour to 2 hours making your router fit, or do you go out and spend 150 to 300 pound on a Triton router so you haven't got any faffing around? I guess that comes down to budget. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for joining me. Please remember to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done already, and give me a big old thumbs up. It all helps with the channel, with the YouTube algorithms, and gets me put out there to more people so I can keep producing more videos. Thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend. See ya.